Are you looking for some high quality fine jewelry, or maybe you have some you'd like to get rid of? David Nelson is the appraiser with ED Marshalls, and he's here to tell you how they can help you with your jewelry needs either way. And it's
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
Thank you for having us on.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, because here's the thing. A lot of people don't even realize how much value is in some of their older jewelry.
Absolutely.
And it's not necessarily old jewelry. Maybe it's just jewelry that we just don't want anymore. How do you help us with that?
Well, you know, I have people come in and see us every single day with pieces they've inherited or pieces they're not using anymore, and they're just curious as to what they're worth. So we'll sit you down in one of our private offices, we'll take a look at it, we'll evaluate it, we'll tell you what it's worth, and if it's something you're not using anymore, we'll even give you a cash offer if you want to get rid of it. Wow,
okay, now you're talking. Sure. A cash offer. So you can come in with your pieces and walk out with the money.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's really good to know. So what is the difference between what you guys do and a pawn shop? We see them advertised a lot. What is the real difference?
You know, a big difference between what we do and what a pawn shop does is we actually manufacture jewelry. Okay, so when you come in with some old broken gold that doesn't have any value as a material to you anymore, it still has value as a metal for us. We take that, we melt it down, we make new jewelry. When you sell to a pawn shop, they either have to be able to resell it or they're selling it to someone like us.
I see.
So they're kind of a middle person. I
see. Why not go directly to the source?
Exactly. For sure.
All right. So how do we know, honestly, that we are getting a fair deal when we come in? Because we don't know what we're doing, right? You know,
it's like anything else in the world. You know, if you're going to get your car repaired, you got to go to a car shop that you know the people. Okay. When you're dealing with something like fine jewelry, more specifically, when you're dealing with something of value, you got to deal with someone that's trustable. Someone that's been around for a long time. We've been around since 1971. Wow. Which in Arizona is a very long time.
Yes, it is.
You know,
yes, it is.
There's not many buildings that are that old. So it is what it is.
Well, it gives us a sense of security, too, because a lot of these pieces are very important to us.
Sure.
So this is a good example. I mean, you have a beautiful display set up here because, yes, you'll take and evaluate older jewelry, but you'll also evaluate other items that are important to us as well.
We do a lot of different stuff. You know, this little pile in the center here on top of my scale, this is about $10,000 worth of gold.
No way.
No kidding. Okay, so that old class ring that you have, or you know, that broken chain or the earring missing the match, that adds up real quick.
Whoa.
Okay. Now what we're really after more than that so far is going to be the fine jewelry, okay? Big diamonds, emeralds, like sapphires, rubies, things like that. You know, we are the source for it in Arizona. So if you have things like this that you don't use, you know, we're going to be able to help you with it better than anyone.
Wow. Oh, look, some of these pieces are absolutely stunning. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting to know, because then I can bring in something that maybe is important to me. I'm simply not going to wear it anymore, but knowing that you're not going to melt it down, that somebody else is going to get to enjoy it, is an option.
Absolutely. And you know, people's lifestyles change, you know, through the years. I've had people come in that they say, you know what, when I was younger, when I was working, you know, I wore this stuff all the time. I'm not wearing it anymore. I'd rather play golf, or I'd rather, you know, go out and sunbathe, whatever, and this just doesn't fit my life anymore. Yeah.
Well, and there's a lot you can do with $10,000 worth of gold that you're not wearing anymore.
And this is the cheap stuff.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. How many locations you guys have?
We have 5 locations in Arizona.
Okay, there you go. Well, let me tell you about a very special offer that ED Marshall brought for you, our Sonoran Living viewers. You mentioned Sonoran Living. When you go in the door, they will give you a free evaluation, and on top of that, you'll receive an additional 3% bonus when they buy those items from you. That's a great deal just for walking in the door and just for watching our show. To find a location near you, just go to edmarshalljewelers.com. You can also give them a call at 480-922-1968, or here's an 800 number, 245-3142.